Hey everybody, it's Joe the Over 40 Model Maker again, bringing you another lovely Warhammer 40K review video. I know it's been a while since my last one, and for those who have come back to see this, thank you very much. For anybody who's new, welcome. Basically, we're just going to go ahead straight right into it. We're not going to review any of the little miniatures or vehicles or anything. We're actually going to go ahead and review the Dark Angels Intercessor from McFarLANE Toys, which, as you can see, it's not in the box because I already have it out. I've already started painting it. So, but we'll go over everything there and things like that. And the reason I'm wearing gloves is I'll show you here in a minute. But here's the package. It's actually a very big box, and you'll see why, because the figure is actually quite huge. But we'll just go around the packaging. So here's the front, and then this is where you would see the figure and all the stuff here at the bottom. It's a 7-inch figure, Dark Angels Intercessor. And then it's the AP variant, which means that it's all gray. It's not been painted itself. And then you get to paint it yourself, which is what I'm doing. So here on the side, you have, I believe that might be the, I don't even know what that is. Here in the back, here's what it looks like. It's Dark Angels Intercessor, but you know, if you really wanted to paint this any other color of Space Marine, I mean, why not? I mean, you could, but I wanted to try to do a Dark Angels version of it, which maybe not close, but it'll work for me. It's just gonna be a display piece anyways. Officially licensed product from Warhammer. And then here is the close-up with a shot of all the nice detail that goes with it. So that's it for the packaging. And then I'll go ahead over here and I'll actually grab the figure itself. Now again, this is a 7-inch figure. The reason I'm wearing gloves is that if you wanted to make it a Dark Angels color, they do make a Dark Angels pot that you can buy, but you would have to literally then hand paint the whole thing from top to bottom. They do not have a spray can version of it, which I love painting Warhammer models, figures, what have you, but I also don't have a lot of patience nor a lot of time nowadays to sit there for hours on end and hand paint every little square centimeter of this thing. So what I did was I went to my local Ace Hardware store and got me just a can of, it was a satin, it wasn't like hunter green or anything like that. It was just like one shade off, but that was close enough to do what I think a Dark Angels color would be, or at least close enough. Now, unfortunately, that kind of a paint is very sticky. As you can see right here, I'm already starting to take some paint off. But what I'm going to plan on doing is when I'm finished painting, I'm just going to seal it all, which should go ahead and prevent any other paint from, when you touch it and move it around, you're going to, you know, take little bits of paint off with it. So what we'll do is we'll set it here. So what you get in the box is you're going to get the figure. It does stand very well on its own, like that. It does stand excellent. With it, you'll get his backpack, which I've already did some other detail work on. Got the silver for the exhausts. I think I'm going to paint this silver and then put black down there to show that it's all vents. So you get that. And then you get his weapon, which I've already completed. Now, it is a very heavy model. I mean, it's thick. It's solid plastic. It's not hollow. And one of the downsides to that is sometimes, as you can see, it's not completely straight. but he's going to be holding it in a way that I don't think anybody's going to notice. Again, also, it's just going to be a display piece of my work. I'm not going to care. Nobody else is going to care. They're going to look at it and they're like, oh, wow, that looks cool. And then just kind of move on with their day. But maybe if you, I don't know, soaked this in boiling water for a couple of minutes and then set it flat on a surface, and it's like stuck a heavy book on top to maybe kind of straighten it out, that might fix it. But again, to me, it's not really that big of a deal. So you get that, you get his gun, and then you get a little stand that's going to go into his foot right here. Let's see if I can get this for you. And it's only wide enough for like 1 foot for him to stand on. But he stands even better than before. So I mean, this is what you get in the package. And I bought it off of Amazon. It was $19, which I'd rather pay $19, paint the thing myself, be happy with the results, than pay, what, $30, $40, $50, even up to $90 sometimes for like the fully painted ones of like Chaos Marines or Necrons or Tyranids or whatever. I'd rather go ahead and just paint it all myself. So this is what you guys get. And another thing is with this stuff is here. So in the back you have that there, and you just plug it in the back there. And it's a nice snug fit. I mean, it's not going to fall out, and it looks nice. And he's going to look like that. So let me take this off. I'll move that to the side. We'll come back to this in a second. So again, this whole thing is one solid, hefty piece of, almost feels like rubberized plastic almost. It just feels very just solid. It's solid. It's definitely worth the money. Here, we'll come up here and do some detail work. So there's the crest, his things there. Yes, it does give off a slight sheen, but when I get done painting and I put the top coat on them, it'll actually dull all of it. So it should be fine. So then he gets a pouch, and a grenade, and little things in the back. And the boots have got that thing there with a little hole. Okay, so let's take this off. There we go. Set that off to the side too. So now what we'll do is we'll go through articulation, because these are fully posable to a point. So here, we'll see, here's the head. Can do a full 360. Yeah, I didn't get that part. But again, I mean, it's blocked by that in the back, so no one's gonna know. Arms can do a full 360. They can go out to a point here. You have an elbow joint. And it's a ratchet joint there, very nice. And I'm doing this all at my dining room table, so that's why you see the light right there. Hands can rotate. Waist, it's got kind of like a chest, torso thing. Legs can go up, back, kind of out. Knees, again, didn't do that, but again, if I did have that painted, I'm pretty sure I wouldn't be able to go ahead and do this, but I'm not planning on him doing a kneeling pose at all. And feet can kind of do that. So, I mean, he's got poses. The only problem is getting him into that pose and him holding onto his gun. That's one of the downsides to this thing, is that his gun, as you can see here, looks like he's got a firing finger, but when you try to put the whole gun in, it's actually quite difficult, and I'll try it now just to see if I can't get it in. You can't have him hold his gun and make it look right. And I have to do it in like, so I mean, this is what it looks like when you try to have him hold his gun to have that finger go through the trigger guard. That just doesn't look right. So I actually have to have him go down like this to where he's executing, I'll go this side here, executing trigger discipline. But still, it's like a gap. It's almost as if, yeah, we're gonna have the gun, and see, just have it like straighten his arm like this is even sort of a challenge. And it's so heavy, it does that because, if you can see in here, that's what the joints, it's like a half ball joint, half like, I don't know what you want to call it, a stem joint maybe? I don't know. But you'd have to literally have them hold the gun this way in order to make it somewhat of a pose. But again, I just wanted to grab one to see what they were like. And I mean, overall, I like it. I mean, the surface area is big, so you can do a lot of painting and not have to worry about the small, intricate details, things of, let's say, something like this Corn Berserker that I'm working on as well. Because I mean, look at the size of that. That's 7 inches. That's like just under 2. So I mean, this is a lot harder to paint than this thing is. And again, I had to use a spray paint because this is the only thing that they would have had for Dark Angels green, and I don't want to have to buy multiples of this to paint this, especially if it's too thin coats and they just take forever. So this is, so it, would I recommend people buy this? Yes. I would only recommend it though if you enjoy the painting, enjoy collecting figures of this size, and you don't have a problem taking the idea of a Dark Angels color armor and making it a different variant Space Marine, whether it be Iron Hands, Emperor's Fists, Ultramarines, things like that. I mean, it'll work because again, it's your model. Do what you want with it. So with that, I do highly recommend this. Find them, try to get the best price for them though, because I can see these things going up in price within the next 4 or 5 months at the time of this recording, because everything is going up. I lucked out with this one here. So with that, I'm gonna go ahead and leave you guys for the day. This is being recorded before Thanksgiving, so if I don't see you beforehand, everybody have a happy Thanksgiving. And if you're going out Black Friday, be careful. Do not do anything stupid. I'm looking at you. Yes, you. And if it's your birthday, happy birthday, you handsome man. If it's your birthday, happy birthday, you gorgeous woman. And we'll go ahead, we'll see you the next time here on the channel. And I'm thinking next time, let's crap on a Gundam.